Starting with the name of Almighty Allah, one who is the most gracious and the most beneficent. And make thousands of peace and blessings be upon the last prophet of Islam, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Assalamu alaikum to all present here. This is me, Nafia Shuglon from the Muhammadi Mandi Wangam, and I am here to deliver a speech regarding Parda. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, Surah Al-Ahzab, verse 59, O Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, tell your daughters, your women of the believers, to draw their cloth veils all over their bodies, that scream themselves utterly that they will known as practicing women, so as not to be annoyed. Allah is ever forgiving him. Understanding the purpose of hijab. The purpose of hijab is to observe modesty and to live with simplicity. The primary aim of hijab is to protect a woman from evil eyes. A woman who wears hijab conceals her beauty. Allah Ta'ala protects women who wear hijab at all times, as it acts as a shield against the sinful gazes. The purpose of hijab is to eliminate sources of attraction. In other words, the concept of hijab is to avoid attracting others. Conditions of hijab. According to Jilbab al-Mar'a al-Muslima, hijab is considered when it meets these conditions. It covers the entire body. It should be loose fitting, not tight or body hugging. It should be thick and opaque, so nothing should be visible through it. It cannot be sprayed with perfume. It should not resemble the clothing of disbelievers. It should not be men's clothing such as denim. It should not have pictures on it. Assessing modern burqas. Now let's ask ourselves, do our burqas meet these conditions? A burqa should make a 16-year-old girl like a 60-year-old. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Unfortunately, modern burqas are often so colorful, tight and eye-catching that they attract attention, which defeats the purpose of hijab. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and stay in your homes. In earlier times, when women had to leave the house, they would walk with their backs slightly bent, eyes covered or partially visible to avoid drawing attention. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Surah An-Nur, do not expose their adornment, except to their fathers, their husbands, sons, that they wish their right hand possesses, or those male attendants having no physical desire, or children who are not yet aware of private aspects of women, and let them not stamp their feet to make known what they conceal of their adornment, and turn to Allah in repentance, O all of you, O believers, that you might succeed. Reflecting on the word, many practicing women today wear burqas with eye adorned with kohal, highlights and attractive feature, and hands exposed with elegant rings. Hands, wrists and feet adorned with various ornaments are visible. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. This is contrary to the intended purpose of modesty. When Fatima radiallahu ta'ala anha, the leader of the women of Jannah, was near death, she instructed Asma bint Hawa alayhi salatu wassalam, wife of Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, to bury her in the evening to avoid public view. Subhanallah. In the verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands women not to walk heavily, to avoid drawing attention with the sounds of their jewelry and heels. These commands are essentially for shaping character and purifying the inner self. Allah has created women with a natural inclination to adorn themselves and look beautiful, but this should be done within the limits of Sharia, without flaunting. We should always remember, the life of this world is nothing but an illusion. Surah Al-Imran, verse 185. The beauty of Jannah. Believing women will be rewarded with beauty in Jannah that surpasses the beauty of Hurul Ayan. Subhanallah. It's narrated from Anas radiallahu ta'ala anhu. May Allah be pleased with him, that the messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, if a woman from the among of people of paradise were to look out over their earth, she would eliminate everything between them and fill everything with fragrance. At last, I conclude my speech by saying this: may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from tabarruk and grant us the ability to feel in a manner that pleases Him. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahumma amin. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alamin.